Call the school board meeting to order on July 15th. Dave, roll call.
Dick?
Here.
John?
Here.
Dave here. North missing. Joe? Here. Jim?
Present.
Proof of notice.
As stated on the agenda.
Approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Joe,
A second.
second by Dave. Any questions on the agenda? Joe?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried 5-0-1. Citizens' comments?
I got one. Bring my little props along, John. Oops. So my name is Tony Thomas. I'm sure most of you recognize me. I record the Board of Education meetings. And recently, I've been doing something that I think would be a good idea to add to possibly a freshman math class, and that is counting calories right on money. And otherwise I can't lose weight, just can't. And since I've been counting calories for the last 2 months, I've lost 12 pounds. And I'm not starving myself, because instead of going for the 490 calorie blueberry quick trip cupcake, I don't want to spend 490 bucks on that. I only got $2,000 to spend, So I'll have strawberries or watermelon or pork or chicken, something like that. So, and anybody who thinks they're going to count calories and not weigh it ain't doing it right. You have to be able to weigh it to the gram. And I figured out a little cheat sheet that makes it so easy. You just weigh your food, and then every food has a certain amount of calories per gram. Strawberries 0.33, Doritos 5 something calories per gram. How can you know that? So, and it's real easy on the nutrition label. Doritos will say 150 calories for 28 grams. So you just take 150 divided by 28, and there you are, 5 calories per gram. So you throw this is a really slick deal. I put a paper plate on top of this and zeroed out. It's got something called TARE, T-A-R-E. Zeroed out, put my Doritos on there or whatever, and add it up. And then once you start, and then it seems like about 500 calories is where you should be. Like, am I starving myself? No, I just ate 500 calories. I should be able to go for a couple hours. So, and I think like if you catch them when they're freshmen, you're going to get to Lutheran school, and it's all math. I mean, it's just simple math. I'd love to see it added to the curriculum, because we're sitting here figuring out what's the strategic plan, what should the kids know, when should they know it, and some kids are going to be like, well, and a kid should know. I mean, a growing boy gets 3,000 calories. I mean, it would actually be kind of hard to overeat, I would think. But if you're packing Cheez-Its in your mouth, you might not know what you're doing. So I'd like to give this to Scott. I've got 2 of them.
Really?
Something. And like, if you come across a math teacher that's like, what the heck, you want me to teach what to the kids? I can show them my cheat sheet.
This alone weighs it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You don't need another tool. This is.
That's it. Like for ice cream cone, I'll put a glass bottle in there, put my cone in. I know that's 60 calories. Now, how much ice cream do I get? Well, that's not enough, and then you just figure out how many calories per gram, and then how many grams you just put on. Okay, that's 300. Okay, I'll pay 300 bucks for this thing, And when you get to 2,000, or 2,500, whatever it might be, 7 o'clock at night, drink water, go to bed, don't eat. Or if you have to eat watermelon, eat strawberries, So, all right, if we could get that incorporated, it could be awesome.
Congrats
Thanks.
on the work you did too.
Well, I'm learning, it's the only way I can lose weight, so.
Is it public knowledge yet? I heard a little rumor that Red River was sold.
It is, it's sold. Yep, I turn over the keys tomorrow. But I get to keep some keys for myself because I got too much crap in there, so
Any other citizens' comments? If not, we have resolution 1920 12, approval of minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Joe,
I'll second.
second by Jim. Questions on the minutes? Joe?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 5-0-1. Dave, any communications?
Not tonight, no.
Jim, you ready for the treasurer's report?
Yes, I am. Treasurer's report for Monday, July 15th, 2019. Total of all expenditures of funds for June 2019 is $1,366,639.39. Our investments are general. It's a state investment pool. General fund has $1,860,488.38. Earned interest of $2,326.92. Debt service account has a balance of 14 cents. The non-refundable debt, $1,279.29, earned interest of $2.54. Total investment in the government investment pool, $1,861,767.81. At Teresa State Bank, general account has $432,512.20, has earned interest of $1,133.67. Money market general has $11,091.80, earned interest of $20.47. Fund 46 trust, balance of $1,230.31, earned interest of $227. Total investment, Teresa State Bank, $444,834.31. And our total cash investments as of the end of June, $2,306,602.12. And the report attached below tells our expenditures and our balance remaining in our referendum account.
Okay, you've heard the treasurer's report. We have resolution 1920-13, approval of the treasurer's report.
So moved.
Motion by Dave, second by Joe. Any questions on the treasurer's report? Dave?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried 5-0-1. Resolution 1920-14, approval of regular semi-monthly bills.
So moved.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Jeff. Questions on the bills? Hearing none. Dave?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried 5-0-1. Resolution 1920-15, approval of per diem.
So moved.
Motion by Joe,
I'll second.
seconded by Jim.
I would need to add a meeting for today for building and sites committee.
And you can cross off CISA. CISA doesn't have a meeting in July.
Could we have the 7:15?
Then had the 7:50
rounds.
And then 2 days for the conference, I had the 12th and 13th. And that was an excellent conference, so I'll be able to check up on you in the strategic planning because it was
Nice.
2 full days and really interesting information.
Uh-oh.
And a couple new laws that are out there that we're not quite following either, so.
Oh, really? So those are full days?
Full days.
Yeah, 2 full days. 12 and 13.
And it was really good.
Okay. Any other changes? Joe?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 501. Committee reports. Buildings and grounds.
Yeah.
report?
Yeah, we can start out on that. First, we started out on Parkview roof. It's the part that's shingled. We found out probably less than a month ago. Maybe we can bring Jason up here to.
Travis?
Travis, I mean.
I've been called worse.
Yeah. He got to me today.
I'll give you some pictures.
Anyhow, we were advised that there was hail damage done to the roof. So we went, talked to the insurance company, and then Travis took off from there. And he can fill us in on where we're at and why we're at it today.
Okay, so like Dick said, we had some damage done to the roof that was very visible. So after noticing that, I called out a roofing company, had them take a look. They determined that there was quite a bit of hail damage done to the roof. So they actually took it upon themselves to contact me, contact the insurance company, and we went through the process of getting a claim started. And they actually determined that there was enough substantial damage that did warranty a full replacement. So after that, we went through the process and got the claim going. They cut us a check for $69,000 to get the roof replaced. And then once it's replaced, they'll cut us an additional check for $27,000 for the full replacement value of $96,000.
Is that depreciated?
Yeah, well, the 69, and then the 27 is the depreciation. Okay. So we could choose to just repair the roof and take the $69,000 and do that with it, but then we would miss out on the $27,000. So if we do the full replacement, then it's a $97,000 roof that costs the district $1,000 deductible. So
The other part we talked about too was not the benefit of not just putting another layer on top, is that the next time we can just put a layer on top of it and then we're really set, versus you can only get 2 layers. So you might as well take advantage of this opportunity, get the project done 100%, so it's like a clean slate, so then the next time we come around, we can just put a layer on top.
And this is a roof that is 27 years old, so we're getting a very good deal.
Yeah, I'll see.
So I actually put it out to bid. I received 3 bids back. They range from anywhere from $85,000 to $97,000. It's my recommendation that we go with the $97,000 just because it's the company that did all the work from the get-go. I've had experience with them before and have actually, I highly recommend them. The other thing is we have an option of 2 different types of roofing that we could put on the building, which one is Owens Corning, which I think is the premier shingle out there.
And the other thing is the low bid did not have the same amount of square footage.
Yes.
And insurance company, gave footage, and so did the other company have the same footage.
So the way that works is they actually have software that uses satellite imagery that will look at the roof and actually calculate the square footage of the roof and actually calculate waste and every piece that goes into that roof. So the company that we were working with, which is BRH, they actually put together the estimate. It matched piece by piece to what the insurance company adjuster's estimate he came up with. So that gives me a pretty good feeling that they've got all the pieces to put the puzzle together. The other one was missing 32 squares. And then the other bid that I got was just, hey, here's your price, no quantities, nothing like that. So when you get a bid like that, it's kind of like, you have everything, So BRH, they gave us a complete estimate that matches up to the insurance company and makes a lot of sense. And there again.
One of the questions I forgot, is there flashing in the front of the, what?
They would put a drip edge over the front.
Okay, but not all the way down.
No,
Okay.
no. Now we do have NHI doing that portion of it to finish the soffit around
Okay.
it and replace the damaged sub-soffit.
Is there any chance to contact BRH and see if they would do a lower bid or some type of matching? I understand.
Yeah,
that the
that's
squares
what's
are
interesting in
missing.
this
So,
thing.
okay, so the way that works is the insurance company will pay the $97,000 for the roof, but that's what they're gonna pay, and our part is $1,000. If we do any less than that, it's against the rules. They want a full, complete payout to understand that we're gonna do the full extent of the roof, make sure it's complete. If we elect to only do the $69,000 part of it, then we could do whatever we wanted, but we're putting future claims in jeopardy. So they would take that depreciation right out of the picture on a future claim.
And this includes a 50-year warranty then?
It does. Yes. So, and really, to the district, it really doesn't matter who we go with, because it's only costing us $1,000.
What does matter is the right product.
Right product.
You have three local companies that you went out to.
Yeah.
Fairly local.
So, I think the accuracy of the information I thought you were impressed with is moving up today. And the warranty. So, the discussion is that it's $1,000. In the meantime, it is definitely a big project. There's a huge timeline that this needs to be done. So the committee representatives that were there today voted to have it move ahead, and for the work, the recommendation is for the work to begin, knowing that it really needs to be on the board meeting agenda. So that'll be on the board meeting agenda on August 15th. So, but we just wanted to be, it's about transparency here. Hey, there's timeliness. If this were to wait, that project will not get done. So then we'll be waiting again until next year.
They got time to start next week.
We need to take advantage of all the sunshine.
Pretty cool.
So Travis gave you all, he gave you the bids that had come in, the description of the project itself, what was happening, and the committee today reviewed everything. Did you give them the handwritten note too?
I did not.
Okay, so that we saw the handwritten note with the estimate too. And so the recommendation was to go ahead with DRH and to get that work secured this week so that they could get things started.
Anybody have a problem with them starting on this? Prior
This
to-
is not on the agenda, so we can't
prior
vote.
to
Right.
agenda.
Just need the buy. All right, so that's gonna move ahead.
Okay.
That's why we had a special meeting this afternoon, so we could bring it to you tonight to tell you what we're doing.
Okay, next one, you wanna just go right away to the next one then?
Okay. All right. Now the hard one.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah. All right, so you had two packets there. The second one is the parking lot renovation for the high school. This one has a big price tag with it, and it has a small opportunity window to get it done this year if we choose to do that. But if not, we'll have to set it back for the following year. So I reached out to two different excavating contractors, and one moved forward with getting new pricing, and the other one last week backed out and said, you know what, I'm too busy to do this, so I can't help you. So the people that, or the company that decided to go ahead and move forward with pricing is NHI Construction, which is currently doing some work for us. And they, in working with Town and Country, which is a local excavator here, and General Asphalt, which is out of Beaver Dam, and then NHI would go together and take care of the front parking lot for us. In the back of that package is a map, or a set of 3 maps. The first one is currently what we have. That's what we have today. You can see up at the top there's a Plan A. That Plan A was what Findorf had bid out for us, or spec for us, if if we were to be able to move forward with that part of it. And then the last one is Plan B, and after realizing how expensive this project was, we looked at what would take care of the needs that we need, which is parking, safety, and a good flow pattern to relieve a lot of the traffic off of the buses on the lower parking lot. So with that being said, what I did is I reached out to him, I got pricing. There again, NHI was the only one that came back, and this sheet up here, this has kind of got the breakdowns of what we're looking at. If we were to go with that Plan A, which was the original spec, this $317,000 for the excavation, concrete, blacktop, striping of the blacktop, and landscaping. And then there's some electrical that would be involved as well for light posts and flagpole, and then a future monument sign out in the front. That price, all being said, plus pulling, that would be $349,000. And then we do have $54,000 that we set aside in our capital maintenance for this specifically. So the overall cost of that parking lot minus the capital maintenance allocation would be $295,000.
I thought this was part of.
So we've had, like, from the very beginning, we've known that the front of the school was not included. So it was always considered an alt bid from the beginning. So even like a year and a half, 2 years ago, our goal was to try to do value engineering and find savings of the project. The other piece was looking at the bond interest in order to do that. But the referendum itself was 75% of Mayville High School, and we used the bond interest to be able to secure 100% of Mayville High School. What happened? So this is that final layer that we had talked about for the high school. And we were carrying in budget conversations $500,000. So that's why you see Findor as $500,000 as a contractor. That was what we discussed. So it came up, we were believing it was $500,000 to do the front. So we wanted to go out on our own with Travis, working with a local contractor as general for this, and try to keep things as local as possible to see what would happen. So with that, we also did a redesign with Bray, which was the next option. So Travis spent his time right now talking about the first piece. The next one is Plan B, and that is a changed design. And really, there's some drivers behind this. One is I put a picture up on the screen here of what the asphalt condition currently is. And it's not something that just happened this last year. It's been failing. The base on it, we've been told, is poor, and it needs to be repaired. So sometime we're gonna have to get this done. So we have failing asphalt. What we also have is a traffic pattern, which we know, and we worked with the designers to address it, but it was always extra scoop above and beyond. This front entrance here, in the current plan, we actually leave traffic, and when we drive into the parking area, we come through, there's failing concrete, and then the actual parking spots themselves are poor. So like just today, Lee tried to turn into this first part of the parking area, and even though there was a spot, couldn't do it, just had to go over to the side. The other thing is there's plenty of ding doors and cars because of the poor quality of parking out in front. This is not the primary parking for Mayville High School. This is truly a secondary. It's going to have less traffic than what it used to have for parking. Staff parking's in a different spot. Student parking's over on the side. We do have limited parking over on the south side here still. So
What are we gonna do with parents now that bring their kids there? Are they gonna pick them up?
they're going to
there?
use this front area right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our parent pickup and drop off. That's really what that is all about. And then visitors during the school day. So for after-school events, people could still park up in there, but that's not the intention of that space. The intent that we've got the lower parking lot for that plus the side lot. So then as you go through, so we've got a poor quality of parking up there. Then you come through, and the actual traffic pattern, you can look at the original, like this design. When they pull out, there are people who are coming off of Clark Street that actually go right into the path of the people leaving Mayville High School in the front. and there are also buses coming out of there, plus kids leaving student parking. So we have a big merger of traffic,